Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for coming to the Executive Committee session of the Senate Judiciary calendar. So can I get a motion to go into executive?
So moved.
Okay, session. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, moved by Senator Whitley, seconded by Senator Chandler. The first thing I'd like to take up is a list of the concurrences that we have. We have two bills, Senate Bill 59 and Senate Bill 183. Does anybody have any particular issues with these changes that were made by the House? If not, I would like to move that we concur with Senate Bill 59.
Second.
Okay. Okay, is everyone all in favor of that? I know we usually don't vote or anything, so we're good. Okay, so we are going to concur with Senate Bill 59. Next is Senate Bill 183, exempting certain phone calls from the right to know law. I would like to concur with this as well. Does anybody have any thoughts different from that? Okay, so we are going to concur with those two bills. Okay, the first bill that we are going to take up, let's see, we're going to try to go numerically, is going to be House Bill 287. I would like to move ought to pass on House Bill 287. Okay, we have a motion of ought to pass and a second. We do have an amendment. It is amendment number 1710S, which really just takes out the fentanyl strips, because I think that was something that we all agreed. We did talk about this bill at our last session, and Senator Chandler had talked about xylazine. Xylapine, okay.
Xylazine, sorry.
Xylazine.
You're correct.
So what I'd like to do is recommend that we have a committee amendment using 17110S, and drugs shall not include fentanyl test strips, comma, xylazine, I think that's would be prompt, and then comma, or other materials intended for use in testing.
Xylazine's test strips.
Xylazine test strips. Okay. So
Am I correct in the spelling is XYLAZINE?
yes. Okay, so it will read on line 11, include fentanyl test strips, comma, xylazine test strips, comma, or other materials used or intended. So, can I get a motion on an amendment? Committee amendment.
I will want.
To put xylazine in every time there's a reference to fentanyl, because we want to cover xylazine analogs and substance as well.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Fentanyl testing, fentanyl,
You might say fentanyl, xylazine, or other materials used for the presence of fentanyl or xylazine or a fentanyl or xylazine.
okay. The presence of. Did you get that, Matthew? Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
And I will move that.
Okay, so that's committee amendment moved by Senator Chandler. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Senator Gannon. Is there any discussion on the proposed committee amendment? Okay, seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we have a motion on the bill already of ought to pass. So it's ought to pass as amended. Is there any discussion on the bill as amended? Okay, seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. I don't want to put this on consent calendar, so I will take this one out. Let's see. Okay. Next, we have House Bill 315.
Motion to accept.
And we have a motion to ITL. Is there a second? Second by Senator Abbott. Okay, is there any discussion on the ITL motion? Senator Whitley.
Yeah, I'm surprised that we're moving in this direction. I think we saw this bill last year, and I think the sponsors came back to us with a real bipartisan bill to address this issue. It really sailed through the House. It was on the consent calendar. I believe that the ABA, that recommends actually the abolition of this gay panic defense. 16 other jurisdictions have done this. The bill is inclusive of important identities, so I'm surprised we're not able to do this.
Senator Chandler, do you have?
No, I don't have anything to add to that.
Okay, so we have a motion of ITL that has been seconded. Okay, Senator Abbott.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I think it's important, this bill in its original form is one policy, but adding this list of protected classes, it really does complicate the potential of unintended consequences. So I don't think what we have before us is something that we're ready to go forward with. The original bill that was originally filed in the House is a different policy. I think that's something worth considering, but as written, this gets confusing.
Are there any further comments? Senator Gannon.
So I'm happy with the way the law is at the moment because I believe with sentence enhancement, you did a manslaughter, you could get 30 years. We could tack on 10 more if you do it for one of these provocative reasons that's listed. And I think a 40-year sentence for a manslaughter charge is adequate. And we are dealing with, no one wants any of these people hurt or injured. And we do have a form of punishing people for such actions. Thank you.
Okay, are there any further comments on House Bill 315? Okay, seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed?
No.
Okay. Senator Abbott, you want to take this one out? Nope. Okay, Senator Gannon?
Sure.
Okay. Next, we have House Bill 400, relative to certain assault offenses, bail eligibility, or commission of certain assault offenses and making a false report to a law enforcement officer. I'd like to make the motion to re-refer this bill to the committee. I think this bill is quite extensive, and I think we need to take a step back and we need to really take a look at this bill. There was the testimony on it was, quite frankly, we had people who were opposed, people who supported, and I think we just need to figure this one out a little bit. Senator Whitley?
Yeah, I think I would support that. I am in particularly concerned, and I think we need to be very careful when we're creating separate classes of victims, that we're elevating certain classes of victims above all else. So I think it's critical that we really take our time with that.
Okay. Is there any other comments? Okay, seeing none. All in favor
Senator,
say
someone
aye.
needs to second the motion.
Oh, is there a
Second.
second? Okay, second by Senator Whitley. Is there any further comments on the bill? Okay. Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, is there, nope, I'm not gonna put this one on the consent calendar.
No?
No. Okay, would someone like to take this out? Yeah. No, it's okay. I'll take it out. That's fine. No, I'll take it out. Okay. And then finally, the last one we have is House Bill 610, defining expanding the definition of providers who can certify patients of therapeutic cannabis program.
Motion for up to pass.
Okay, Senator
Second.
Gannon moves ought to pass. Is there,
Second.
okay, seconded by Senator Whitley. Is there any discussion on the ought to pass motion?
Very sensible.
Okay. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Okay, Senator Gannon, will you take this one out? Okay. Okay, seeing that we have concluded all of our business for this session,
Well,
is there anything else to come in front of the committee? Okay. Seeing none, is there a motion to come out of executive
come out of
session?
executive
So moved.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. We're done.
Thank you, Madam Chair, for running a great committee.